Hi, this is Don Robins with FurnaceFilterTalk.com, and today we're going to test a filter and kind of show people that even though a filter doesn't look dirty, that it can actually be dirty and be causing a resistance to the airflow. As you see, this is my thermostat, and I'm going to put the fan on so that it's running all the time. That way I can make sure we get a test. And I live in a small condo, so it's going to be, my system is inside this utility room. And you can see I have an open furnace that hangs from the ceiling. And, so the filter goes in, slides in here, and I have an 18 by 18 by 1. And so you can see this filter, although the lighting's not great in here, but it doesn't look super dirty. I mean, I'm gonna pull it out so you can see it better. There's the coils behind it, but you can see this filter, it's not like packed with dirt. And I live in a small condo, and I keep the windows closed, and so basically I keep it pretty clean, but it'll fool you because when we test this, you'll see that it is loaded up pretty good. So what happens is the microscopic particles fill in this filter into the mesh of the filter. You just really can't see it. It's not visible to the naked eye, but it's definitely dirty. And when you compare, I'll put some pictures in the video, but you'll see there is a slight difference when you look at the new one to this one. It's a little darker color, but it really isn't what like a lot of people think is dirty. A lot of people would look at this and say, oh, this filter can go way longer. So I have, because this is open, I put a probe, so these probes measure the air pressure. So I have one in the airstream here, and then the other one is going to go in the downstream side. So, but first let's turn on, I have a manometer. You can buy these, I'll put a link in the description. There's different ways you can test yourself, but this is one of them. I'm going to turn it on. And this is setting on top of my water heater in case you're curious. Alright, I'm going to hit differential. So you can see it's showing 0, it gives basically 0 or 1, but that's basically saying that these two, let me turn that around, they should be the same. So it's saying the difference between these, there's no difference, because there's not any difference because of where they're located. But now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to move it up to here, and this will be now on the downstream side of the filter. You see the arrow pointing to tell you which way to put it. Okay, so now let's go take a look at what we're getting. Make sure I got that right. So we're getting, 0.2829. So it's going to vary a little bit. 2.9 is there. There's 3.0. I did this earlier. I've already done it once, and I got a 3.1. But we're getting a 3.0, but not a 3.1 yet. But it's close enough. That's basically the same thing. So that's about. This filter started out at 0.11. So that's about 62% of the total capacity. The total capacity, see if you can see this here. If you look right here, this is the label on the system. Let me find my finger. There it is. See, it's 0.50 inches. That's the static pressure maximum. So there's a lot of argument over what you should go as much on a filter, but you definitely don't want to get anywhere near the maximum. And so, we're at 62% of that. So this filter needs to be changed. I mean, yeah, it maybe could go a little further, but that's what happens. You get people think that these filters, it doesn't look dirty. Oh, it's not caked with dirt, so it can go longer, and people leave them in way too long. And this system, let me back up a little bit, you can see it better. This is the air handler. This is brand new as of about a year ago. This cost $8,000, over $8,000. The air compressor is out in, this is like a condo, like an apartment, but it's in the closet out off the deck. That's where the other part of the unit is. That's the compressor. This is the air handler with the evaporator coil and stuff, and it's electric heat. So that's what we got so far. So just basically, I wanted to point this out because I'm getting a lot of people commenting that, oh, they leave their filters in for 6 months and 8 months and things like that. And of course, this is a MERV 8 filter. The higher the MERV, the more risky that becomes, because a higher MERV is going to be more restrictive. So just keep that in mind, and you know, just make sure you change that filter. The best thing you can do, I mean, if you buy some equipment, and I'll put a link to some things in there that you can use. There's this manometer, there's other versions, but really they're all going to tell you the same thing. All the filters I've tested, it basically tells me the same thing, that if you change it every 2 months, I change mine every month. But I use a MERV 8 cheaper filter. I don't have allergy issues or anything like that. So, you know, if you do that, just change it every 2 months and you won't have to worry about it. You know, and it's not like you're going to be losing a ton of money. I mean, you're talking about if you change it every 2 months versus every 3 or 4 months. If you do it, you know, every 3 months to 4 months, you're talking about a difference of $24 to $36 a year. And I think that's not that big of a deal when you're talking about saving yourself $8,000 on a whole system. So anyway, please like and subscribe, and you know, send this video to other people so it'll help them understand. And please comment if you got any questions. I'll try to answer. Thank you.